Let's do our 23rd exercise. In this exercise, we are going to draw the first floor and ground floor plans of this building with its sections. As you can see, this has a neighbor building and they are adjacent. As you can see, the neighbor building's form is a little bit different than our building. And it's also adjacent to the street here. However, there are garden areas between the Yıldız Street and the neighbor plot here. So we can start by drawing the first floor plan. As you can remember, if you want to draw a floor plan, we need to imagine that there is a man standing on the first floor, and we need to consider his or her eye height here. So we imagine that we are cutting the building with this horizontal red plane, and we elevate the upper part and we look down, and this is what we need to draw. Here, as you can see, I cut the walls of the building, which are 20 centimeter thick. I cut 3 windows here, and when I look down, I see a partial first floor. It's 3 meters high than the zero ground floor here. When I look down, I will see the upper parts of the window parapets. And here, a little bit of the neighbor building, the outer borders of the neighbor building are being cut. And when I look down, I can see the roof here, roof parapet here. However, because this is the first floor plan, I don't need to draw the garden areas, the stairs and garden walls or streets. I can give those information in the ground floor, and I shouldn't give the same information again in the first floor. Otherwise, people may get confused. So we can draw the first floor plan only with the building and its adjacent neighbor building. And that will be all. We are going to, you need these dimensions of the building. However, this time we are going to do the drawing by using a horizontal A4 drawing paper, A3 drawing paper, because we are going to do the drawing in 1/50 scale. So you can do the calculation like this. You can imagine that every 50 centimeters in reality will be showed or projected as 1 centimeter on the paper. So you can do this calculation. You need to do that calculation for every one of these dimensions, and you can draw your plan over here, over this part of the paper, so that we can draw the section here and another section there. So this is it. So if you want, you can pause it right now and draw the cut surfaces first, which are the walls, the windows, and the borders of the neighbor building. The only 3 lines will be enough here. And when you look down, you need to draw the upper surface of these 3 parapet walls, the border of the first floor here. Please, for now, do not draw the strips of the floor right now. And again, when you look down, you are going to see the upper surface of the ground floor. Please do not draw these lines for now. And you can draw the parapet view, top view of this parapet here. Once you finish the drawing, you can add the names of the spaces. This is an office area. The total square meter of the area here. You can indicate the north direction, which is like this here. And you can give the levels, the 3 meter high level and 0 level for the ground floor, inside the ground floor. And you can place the top view of a man over this floor area. So if you want, you can just pause the video here, do the drawing, and check if you did check if your drawing is correct or not. It should be something like this. As you can see here, we see the cut surface of the neighbor building, just the outer borders, the outer lines, and the hatch to indicate that it's been cut. The north direction, you can write neighbor building here, and the walls, the cut surfaces of the walls of our building, window areas, the upper surface of the parapet walls, the border of the first floor levels. You can write the office and the square meter here and the parapet, and that's all. Now, we first need to design a stairway so that we can reach from ground floor to the first floor, and then we can draw its upper view and its sections here. So now I get rid of this wall here so we can see what's going on inside. First of all, we need to decide a proper riser height and a tread width for our stairs. In order to do that, we need to divide this total height of the floor to floor height, the distance between the upper surface of the ground floor and the upper surface of the first floor, which is 300 centimeters, into a proper height. And we are going to try to find the number of risers. However, we need a whole number, so we need to change the riser and do the division one more time. And after we find the riser, we can determine the proper width of the thread. Let's do it. First, we need to determine a proper riser height. Let's say that this building will be used by a healthy young man, and he is going to, he doesn't have any disabilities or any health issues. He's not old, he's not a child, and he's not going to carry anything heavy between these two floors. So we can take a high riser height. Something like 19 centimeters, 20 centimeters, or 21 centimeters, because there is no precautions that we need to consider here. So let's try 21 centimeters for start. First, I need to divide 300 centimeters into 21 centimeters, and I'm going to find a number. This is the total number of the risers. However, I cannot do a riser number like this, so I need to change it. I can divide 300 centimeters into 15. Let's say that there is 15 risers, so I can find 20 centimeters as the riser height, and it's okay, it's good, because this function, the function of the building, the users, and it allows for me to take a high number, a high dimension like 20 centimeters. That will be okay. So I note the result of the calculation somewhere. The riser height is 20 centimeters. The riser number is 15. And in order to find the thread width, I need to do this calculation. As you can remember, thread plus 2 times riser height should be equal to 63 centimeters. This is because if I keep it between this 60 to 65 centimeters, then the pitch of the stairs will not be too steep. It won't be too shallow, narrow. It can be in a proper angle. This formula gives me the opportunity to create a stair pitch which has a proper angle. So when I do the calculation, this is what I get. And instead of 33 centimeters, I can just take 30 centimeters so that it will be easier for me to make the drawing, and 30 centimeters will be enough.